thanks for the thumbs up. Whoever gave me a thumbs up, you're going to have a great year. God's going to take care of you. God's going to protect you, and you're a good person. Second thumbs up too, but I mean the first thumbs up, I mean you get it, good. Second thumbs up, you're going to have a good year too. But third and fourth, you're also, blessed this year. But yeah, all of you. Okay, I'm going to turn on the free text-to-speech so I can hear your chats while I chop, stir. Hey nobody, hey Cat Avalanche. Long time no see.
Mrs. J, the mermaid, and even Mr.G. I don't know really if it's ever just like a smiley face.
Aloha, Mrs. J.
Anyway, so rewind. Hey, Mrs. J, happy present.
So, let me fix the camera angle. So, Cody requested YouTube, so even though I was charging the Mevo camera, for whatever reason, my nice Mevo, which I decorated with stickers, I can't get it onto YouTube for some reason. So, we're doing this. But, I mean, the Mevo camera, it's mainly for the classrooms, right? It adds a lot to the classrooms.
I can tell you it's nothing. Hey, Mr. G, you doing a fake jar of Giovanni's shrimp truck style.
Exactly, yeah. That's one of Giovanni's shrimp truck style. Except I'm actually adding kimchi to mine, or I'll add it to one of them. So I don't think they do that at the shrimp truck. So we have kimchi to go with the shrimp tacos. I'm also gonna make some banana bread afterwards too. So if I feel like it, maybe I won't feel like it. But let's get more of the kitchen in here. Okay, so we have fresh tortillas. I got some olive oil heating right here. So we'll fry up some tortillas. We'll chop up an onion and what else? Cheese. Got some sharp cheddar cheese. Onion. We got the shrimp, of course. Main ingredient. Onion. I have these uncooked tortillas, but they even have the things. I just ordered these today. But I mean, I don't want to open these. I might as well use these first. Onion. Hey, Kinkino. I made a reference to you. I think it was last night or sometime, Kinkino. I was like,
I hope your food turns out. I wonder which one.
I made a reference during yesterday's stream or something. Like something came up, and I was like, they do have that in men's sizes or something. I forgot what it was. I'll tell you if I remember. So let's get out the knife.
Thank you for the reference. Hope you are having a great day.
You're welcome. It was really funny too. You weren't there though. But. Okay, so that oil should be pretty warm. We'll go ahead and drop the tortilla in there. We'll get them oily on both sides. And it's hot, it is burning. But my hands are like sandpaper. Very, very tough hands. We'll put the shrimp in here. Make it look more graceful. And we will clean as we cook. So the tacos are already halfway made. So I purchased the lime shrimp already. Because the shrimp you actually have to marinate it and everything like that.
Okay, the lovely. Smart, clean, as you go.
Mm-hmm. My hands are put that aside now. Gosh darn it. Okay, there. So we have the fresh lime shrimp. Mmm, smells so good. And we don't cook these, so we just put these already cooked, so just put those in a bowl.
Mr.G, the lovely. Looks like scampi. I like shrimp scampi.
Yeah, it is. It's a lot like shrimp scampi, except it has a lime flavor. Shrimp scampi is delicious, isn't it? Alright. Some lettuce will be good. I don't think I have any lettuce. So we'll cook these tortillas. Let's open this kimchi. Chop that onion. We don't need a whole onion. Hey, what's up? Rubber ducky. So, we'll have raw onions, kimchi, shrimp, cheddar cheese. I'll melt the cheddar on the tortillas. Hey, Susie. Doesn't that look good? These are so delicious. The hardest part about making these is not eating the shrimp before the tacos are ready. My greatest IRL moment. Well, I did crash that Hawaiian only meetings. Me and JR did, and I stole a cookie and danced to one of my favorite songs. I guess that was a good moment, but you know, I don't know what was going through my head when I was doing that. I guess I was just looking for Lomi. I don't know. I don't like. I don't like, you know, that part of my life is done. I was just messing around for a couple weeks during that time. And I was influenced by a very nefarious person who was giving me an impression that that's what I was supposed to do. Which one? The sad Christmas sandwich moment? I don't know, man. Nobody told me to steal the cookie. I didn't steal the cookie anyways. They had a tray of refreshments and I helped myself to a cookie. What, do I not deserve a cookie? Haven't I worked hard enough in my life to earn a freaking cookie? There's way too much onion. I don't even need to do anything with this onion except put it with the shrimp.
Mrs. J, the lovely cookies brigade. Street Evans, thumbs up, donates to Mr.G with text to speech. Thumbs up, HTTP.
I used to make cookies for my students when I was a teacher. Because they looked hungry, you know, and that some of them would just scarf them down like they hadn't eaten in a while. I did that when I worked at the middle school, so I would make cookies. High school students are too cool for cookies. So, just mixed in the onions. Like I said, cilantro would be really good in this. Alright, and then you see the tortilla over here. Hot olive oil. And get some cheese, some sharp cheddar. Nothing better than sharp cheddar, except for mild cheddar. And we're going to just scrape it on the tortilla there so it's a little melty, right?
Mrs. J, the lovely, sharp is the best, not mild. Oh.
You're good. You're right, Mrs. J. This is actually mild. I prefer sharp too. I like Cracker Barrel cheddar. Okay, so the cheddar is on the tortilla. I mean, this is not hard to make. I'm not doing much. I'm just basically melting cheese and. Okay, and then we have our lovely onions and shrimp.
Extra sharp.
It's basically a shrimp quesadilla with kimchi on. Okay, but it is really good quality ingredients. All right, so we don't want our shrimp to be cold, so let's get it off of there first before we put on the shrimp topping. That's why I say crisp lettuce is actually something that works really good with this. So we get our taco over here, and then one more tortilla mix thing. Let's get the rest of the oil. See, I like a little bit more oil. I'll never get over how weird that was. That I had a full bottle of olive oil, and I came out one night, and JR had used like that much of it to rub on himself. Cody, are you listening? I came out here, there was a bottle that Bella sent to me. Bless Bella. And it was unopened. There was actually 2 bottles.
Mrs. J, the mummy, weird.
You want to see how weird this is, Mrs. J? Get this right. There were 2 bottles of olive oil right here. They were the same kind, Bertolli or whatever, olive oil. The same kind, the same size. One was open, one was not opened. I have no problem with him using olive oil, even if he wiped it on his loins or whatever the heck he did. But the situation that made it weird was instead of using the bottle that was already opened, he opened the unopened bottle that I said Bella sent to me. He opened up the unopened bottle and then used like that much of it in one sitting. Like I went to take a shower, went to my bedroom, came back out, and this much of it out of the unopened bottle was gone. Yeah, and get this, it gets weirder. This story gets weirder, right? So there's 2 bottles of olive oil on there. One of them was unopened and one of them was half full. He didn't use the one that was half full. He opened the one that was unopened and then he used like a quarter of it, right? And this is when the story gets weird. So then I was like, hey, and he used it to wipe on his body, right? So I was like, hey, why did you use that olive oil? He's like, oh, well, I used it to rub on my body. And I was like, well, why didn't you use the bottle that was already open? And he didn't have an answer for that. And then I was like, Bella gave me that bottle. That you used a quarter of it already, and I hadn't even opened it. You used a quarter of it within an hour. And then he's like, oh, it's okay. I have my own olive oil and I'll replace it. And so he took out a weird fucking bottle from his backpack that said olive oil written like in hand marker. And then he starts pouring his crazy weird olive oil into my into my bottle of olive oil that he opened up. And then I'm just like, but then I was trying to put myself in his shoes, something that JR sucked at, empathy. And so I was like, what, like he thought it was like a competitive thing. Like he thought I was like, I'm Mr. Olive Oil. Don't call me Mr. G, call me Mr. Olive Oil because I got all the olive oil. He thought it's like I was acting like all howdy toddy because I had olive oil. I'm like, Bella sent me some olive oil. I'm the shit. Like, that's like, I guess what he saw me as because he pulled out his olive oil. Like, yeah, you got olive oil? Well, I got my own olive oil. But instead of being like, oh, he's got olive oil, I was just like, well, why the fuck did you use my olive oil if you have your fucking own? Then that just stopped him in his tracks. He's like, oh, that's a fucking interesting point. Why did you open my unopened bottle of olive oil, even though I already had an open bottle of olive oil that you were welcome to use, but you opened the unopened bottle of olive oil, even though I already had an unopened bottle of olive oil, and the whole time you had your own fucking olive oil in your backpack? JR, do you understand that you're a fucking nutcase? So anyways, so I put the freaking olive oil on.
Junior, special orders of frightening thought. You can send Mr.G on cash letters and packages. Here got 37,305 Hawaiian, 1977.
Okay, so the first tortilla is cool.
Scotch British Junior, a thing or two about being a respectable member of society.
What a weird combo they were. It was like a homemade bottle that said olive oil on it. It's like, dude, just why didn't you use that to begin with? And he was just like, he had no answer. Well, this kimchi is very strong.
Mr.G, the mommy, I'd rather have kimchi.
You haven't? Wow. It's very, very popular here in Hawaii. It's also very popular on organic farms too. So, I have the cheese, the tortilla, put some onions on here. And then the shrimp, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, okay, 7 should do. I'd say 7 is a good number. We got cheese, shrimp, and then a little kimchi. Now it's spicy, so. So just not too much, just a little bit.
James Corey, hello Jane. Mr. President, Kevin Klein, or down, it is Mr. G.
Hey James Worley, thanks. You're actually not the first person to say that. That look like that guy in that movie. I look like him. Alright, that looks good. So I'll get some more cheese. And we'll cheese up. We can turn the heat off, I suppose. We'll cheese up our tortilla. Okay. A little cheesy. Hey Google, set alarm system for me. Hey Google, order milk.
Can you tell some more neighbor or JR stories? Those are my favorites.
Hey Google, go ahead and put $1,000 on the Buccaneers tomorrow. Google, I told you to put 1,000 on them. All right.
Mrs. J, good morning.
So we got the cheese. This taco's already ready. But I'm gonna put both of them on there. So we'll go ahead and take this off the heat. And we'll put on some raw onions. Wash our hands. And then we'll put the kimchi on first with this one. Good, yummy. Alright, and then our lime shrimp. I've never made these at home. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Delicious. Now, before we can jump into our scrumptious food here, we need something on the side. Let me grab a pickle or something. Tomorrow I'm going to be cooking some cauliflower and Velveeta and broccoli and Velveeta. I gotta get rid of some of this wine. Might as well drink it. Get some wine, a glass of wine to go with our meal. Hearty pickle. We learned about these pickles when we learned about North Carolina. Mount Olive pickles, made in North Carolina. Alright, I think that should be good. Alright, let's put up everything and then keep it clean. I have these extra ripened bananas, and I really need to make banana bread. So I will do that tonight. Hey man, I'm doing things my own way, by the way. You know how Moses did things her own way? Well, I'm doing things my own way. And I'm not gonna follow some fucking toxic losers who think they're the shit and they've never read a book in their life. Those guys, I'm not following them. I'm doing my own thing differently from them. Okay? So there's 8 thumbs up here. What's with that? I'm about to have the shrimp tacos and clean up this right here. And then I'll try them for you. Then I will be back later to make banana bread. Do the haters got a problem with that? Do they dislike banana bread or they dislike Mr.G? Oh, they're gonna have to deal with it, right? Thank you, Mrs. J. Thumbs up, thank you. Whoever gave me those last 2 thumbs up, you're gonna have a really great year. Guaranteed. Alright, we'll put these raw onions up. So I had a bunch of baby food for Moses, but these make great holders for, like, you know, I like to reuse things, you know, reduce, reuse, recycle. And oh yeah. But these work really great for storing, like, chopped onions, you know, or chopped veggies if you don't use them all. You know, you don't want to waste them. There's, you know, people dying of starvation in the world, so it's not good to waste food. It's very bad. So these little baby food containers, they make excellent store fresh containers. And like I said, I really enjoy reusing items. Reusing is preferable to recycling. Why, Mr. G? Well, recycling is bad for the environment. Yeah, you heard me correctly. Recycling is very bad for the environment. You know, those trucks, they emit a lot of gases, you know, when they pick up the recycling. And also, they have to move the recycling to a different location. And that takes up manpower and trucks to move it, which, you know, pollutes the air. And then you have to hire additional people and create a big factory and warehouse where you process all the plastic and metal And it's a big, dirty, expensive, taxes-consuming task compared to reusing. The difference between recycling this baby food bottle and reusing it is when I reuse it, nobody has to come and pick it up, nobody has to sort it, no truck has to drive it off somewhere, nobody has to scrub the outside and get the wrapper off, nobody has to do any of that intensive labor. So it's much better for the environment to reuse than it is to recycle. You learn something new every day when you watch Mr.G. Alright. Now I got fresh onions.
You know what is the best thing that could ever be done for the planet? Not having a child.
That's a good point. That's pretty accurate too. The countries that are having the biggest problems right now, the main factor due to that is overpopulation. That's in Africa and India. China has 1 billion people, but they're actually, but they've had restrictions on childbearing for a long time. It's just recently they lightened those restrictions. I remember growing up when I was a kid, 35 years ago, and China had restrictions on how many kids that they could have. It used to be a one-child policy. You know what countries lead the world in abortion? Yes. China and Russia. That shouldn't be surprising.
Mrs. J, the lobby, I love people talking about recycling. Lobby have created massive carbon footprints in a never-ending cycle.
That's true. I'm not on a high horse or anything. All I was saying was that reusing is more efficient than recycling. I actually wrote a paper, an article for a newspaper, an editorial against recycling. Talking about all the things that I just talked about now, and it actually won an award for the top editorial in community colleges. It's back in the day. It won a TIPO.
Wow, that is awesome.
I wish I still had it. Maybe somebody could find it. But it's still just. It's called a TIPO award. But anyways, so let's go in, as Review Bra says. I'm going in. Or we could pour a glass of wine just to make it look nice, right? I gotta get rid of this wine. Nothing better than some red wine to go with shrimp tacos. Hey, nice glass of red wine there. I'll go ahead and get a picture for Instagram too. And I'll get a seat. I'll take a seat too. I just don't like the background. Oh, Peach is so sweet. Look at her. She's just a sweet little bogey.
Are you a bogey? Sleep. You cozy? Okay, you sleep. You purring?
Mrs. Jane, the mermaid. Oh, she's too cute and cozy. Mrs. Jane, the mermaid. So sleepy.
She was so crazy. Her and her rugged body there.
You guys were so cookie. Wow, you yawning? You ready? You guys are the best.
Keanu's
Mr. G,
been
you're lovely, so pretty.
Keanu's been spending time by himself. Understandably so. He misses his best friend.
Cody 8804, where's heading?
She's hiding. The usual. Alright, I just don't like the background, so I'm trying to get a better background for the Instagram picture.
Mrs. J, the mermaid, come.
Here, I'll put this in the front. Like, it's too early for wine anyways. Alright. So, if you guys want to like my shrimp
Mrs. J, the
taco
mermaid, first name,
picture,
photo composition.
you can go to my regular Instagram page. And yes, you can like my shrimp taco pic. Let me make it look edited.
Mrs. J, the mermaid, it is like https://www.instagram.com/gregory.in.
Mrs. J was kind enough to put the Instagram in there. I'll tell you how it tastes in a second. Okay, and I gotta do a hashtag Hawaii shrimp tacos. Alright, the first person who likes the picture gets a free t-shirt. If you're watching the stream right now, you just say you're watching. The first person leaves a comment. The first person who says free t-shirt gets a free t-shirt in the comments on Instagram. Alright, it's posted. I'm gonna try the food now. Alright, let's give it I'm going in.
Oye, Anton, ¿cómo eres? I love you. I love you, big boy. Mr.G. You always be my guy.
38,804, fried shrimp taco. Mrs. J, the mermaid, all this sweetie Keanu heart.
Hey, sweetie, come on in. Come. Hey, big boy, come on up here. I know you're a little sad. I bet so too. Let's see you again, Joe.
Mrs. J, the mermaid, later commented. Yay, party popper.
Hey, thanks, Lita.
Hey, I'm sorry. I miss her too. Are you gonna come on out? It's okay, big boy.
Mrs. J, the mermaid, love you, Keanu.
We'll see you again, someday. We'll see you again someday. It's okay. We'll see you again someday. She's okay.
Mrs. J, the mermaid, you chick looks sad. Stream elements, thumbs up, donate to Mr. G with text to speech. Thumbs up, https://streamelements.com/mobile/tip.
Yeah, he's had such a sad look on his face the past couple days. It's so sad. He was walking around crying when he realized that she wasn't here.
It's okay, sweetie.
And he hasn't even been hanging out with Peach or Lucky. He's like,
You like don't get it, you know? It's okay, Keon. I know, I understand.
oh. Man.
Mrs. J, the mermaid, I'm glad he has you and the others. I think it will just take a little bit.
Yeah.
It's okay, Kyo.
So yeah, these tacos are really good. It would have been better to have shredded cheddar cheese instead of melting it on the tortilla. And it's really good to have crispy lettuce with these kind of cold tacos. Like the tortilla's warm.
2804. You have to open it.
The tortilla's warm, but the filling is cold, and so that's where a little bit of crispy lettuce. Pretty good. It's okay, Keanu. It's okay, sweetie. That was so sad. He just came up just to give me the sad eyes. He knew what I was talking about. He didn't even want any of the shrimp. He just wanted to say like, "I'm here." He's had the saddest eyes recently. I've been sleeping right by him. Normally I don't do that. But I can tell he wants the company. It's okay, sweetie. Right when I said I can tell he wants some company, he goes, "Wow, yes. It's okay, Anton." So guys, these were a Hawaiian favorite, Hawaii shrimp tacos. Giovanni's the most famous place on the North Shore, but there's literally a dozen places to get these tacos. And you can make them at home too. You can also buy the shrimp at Costco and then make them yourself like I just did. So I hope you enjoyed the quick stream there. And thank you everybody watching, Mrs. J, Lita in particular, all the real ones, Cody. And I'll be back in a little bit. I have these bananas so unripened, and so I have to make banana bread tonight. So I will be back a little bit, probably on YouTube right here, doing like this. And so yeah, I'll talk to you guys in a little bit. I'm gonna end the stream so I can eat this. I want to sit here and eat. Like we already did the content showing you how to make it. So now I'm gonna enjoy it. All right, and I'll be back in a little bit. So everybody have a nice day. Well, I'm using my data on this. I'm not even on my, oh my God, I'm not even on Wi-Fi. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Peace. I'll be back in a little bit tonight. Look for me at YouTube and Twitch. Why? Because I feel like it. Have a good night, everybody, if you don't see me. See you later.